How's it going, dudes and dudettes? It's the Nether dude. This is my third time doing this video already, and today's video will be based off it'll be based off of my new game that will be coming out soon. Nether Dude 3 End of Days. Now, this one has been very, very anticipated. Considering the fact that based on how the second one ended, and if you think the whole what did I just say before? Anticipation. If you think I'm lying about the whole anticipation thing, I actually know a few people personally that are very interested about this game, or are very excited for it. So, yeah. First of all, I would just like to say this. This game is pretty much been taking up a lot of time in my life. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but basically, it's taking me a long time to do this, to make this, because not only am I working on this one, but I'm also working on a Markiplier game that I'm trying my best to make good right now. It's called Markiplier War Stash. I know it's called Wharf Stash, but I made the title that way, so okay. So basically, I am sad to say this, but this is the final game in the Nether Dude series. This is the last game for me, anyway. Now, however, that doesn't mean that the universe that I am in this game isn't over, because I am planning on doing like a sort of spin-off thing that kind of like how Marvel is in a way. Like, they got their own universe that's building up, building. It's kind of like what I'm doing with the YouTubers right now. But yeah, there's gonna be someone by the end of this game might go on their own adventure. Now, I'm not going to say who it is, but we'll talk about that later. So, one thing that has definitely been like not I wouldn't necessarily say stressing me out, but kind of like what's the right word for it? It's been very difficult. There we go, difficult. One thing that has been difficult about this game, that has been difficult to choose from, is who's gonna die in this game? Who is going to die? Yes, I am gonna announce this. Someone, and I'm not gonna say who, but someone will die in this game. And, you know, I think when I first started this game, you know, obviously since this is the last game, obviously something big has to happen, you know? Something huge has to happen that lets you know, like, oh yeah, this series is done and over with. But I originally I was having so much trouble figuring out who was gonna die in this game, but now I think I got it pretty narrowed down. I got it pretty narrowed down, in my head at least. Now, Yeah. So, that's pretty big. Now, this game is long. I will not lie. It is pretty long. It's longer than the second one, I think, so far. It's definitely longer than the first one, that's for sure. But yeah, it's long, and most importantly, it's filled with lots and lots of humor. This game has so many funny moments that you can't take any of the characters seriously. Well, you can take the characters seriously, but there are so many like funny quotes in there. There's so many like jokes in there, and they're like kind of like what's the right, I don't want to say like jerk kind of, but like, you know, sarcastic, kind of smart aleck kind of humor in a way. That's the kind of humor I like. Yeah, like, this game has so many jokes in it. I mean, not the whole game. I'm not saying the whole game is funny. This game definitely does have its serious moments, and it's definitely got its character building moments, and there's like an entire section where Kristen and I have to like build each other's characters up, and at the same time she's kind of building her own character up in a way, because, you know, I'm not going to say the line that she says before the level starts, but she says a line that pretty much says, you know, hey, I'm not just, you know, I'm not just a helpless person that can't do anything. No, there's a lot of character improvement. There's a lot of, like, change in the characters' personalities, kinda. And that's the thing that I am definitely most proud of about this game, is that, you know, I'm not, because you would think, like, you know, the average person would just, like, make a fan game about themselves, where they're like, oh my god, I'm, like, the best person in the world. I can, like, shoot rainbows out of my butt crack and make them into freaking Lucky Charms and feed them to my pet lion. That's what most people, at least I think that's what most people would do, right? I don't know. That was kind of stupid now that I think about it. Forget. That never happened, and, yeah, you're watching this part now. So, basically, I did not do that. I did not make myself OP. I did not make myself the strongest character in the entire game. No, I tried to make myself as realistic as possible, because I want this game to feel like it's real, you know, like, I don't want it, like, I want it to be an adventure game. That's where I was going with the first game, you know, like, you didn't really know a whole lot about the story, you know, it was just kind of me going on an adventure, you know, saving my friend from this evil guy, with my friends, and, yeah, now we're here. So, that's where that's kind of gone, basically. And you didn't, in the first one, I will admit, not really a whole lot of people were like, oh, I like this character. Like, I didn't even like myself in the first one. I'm not saying that the first one wasn't liked. I mean, I am proud of all three of these games, but the first one, keep in mind, the first one was like the first game I ever made, and I was new to it, so I had no clue what I was doing. But in this one in particular, End of Days is like way different from the first two, theme-wise, because that's another thing I want to talk about, is the theme. The theme of this game is so, like, realistic, you know, it's like super, like, grounded, almost. Like, in the first two games, you were just like, sorry, I had to burp there. Basically, in the first two games, you were just kind of like moving forward, you know, you're going to this destination, going to this destination. Well, in this one, well, actually, now that I think about it, there was more than just like going straight forward in the first two games. Like that, going just straight forward through the story and like racing through it. That was the first one. That was like the first one. You could just speed through it in like 3 minutes, tops, maybe even 2, with your fast reader. But you know, the first two games never like took their time. I never thought about taking my time and thinking of building up a story, you know, like, I mean, I made a story into this. I put a story into this, but, you know, it was never, you never had a moment where they just, like, kind of stop, where we kind of stop and we discuss about things that are going on in the world right now. And that's kind of what this game does, you know. This game is very, very grounded, and it is very, very survivalistic in a way. Like, there's a lot of levels where basically you're going and finding supplies, and, you know, you're finding things that can help you survive, like medicine, food, clothes, weapons. Yeah. It's basically like a survival game, the survival RPG. Yeah, and this game takes its time to remind you that there's characters. There are characters, and, you know, instead of focusing on just me, Connor, and Jaden, like the first two did it, you know, you got multiple. There's a lot, and I mean a lot of characters in this game. There's so many. I mean, like, I can name almost all the characters in this game, but I kind of don't want to because I'm lazy. But the thing is that short and simple, there are a lot of characters in this game. And basically another plot into this game is that we're trying to survive together. The group that I'm in is trying to survive with another group that tried to rescue them. Another group of friends that tried to rescue us. And speaking of that new group is 3 new characters. Count them, 3 new characters. Well, 2 new characters. The characters for this group that we have to survive with is Sam Sharp, Faceless Donut, and Victini, I think his name is Victini. I don't know. If you're watching this and if I just said your name wrong, I am dreadfully sorry. But yeah, basically they're in this game and their sole purpose is to try to help me, but as things are going downhill, they can't even get along with themselves. And, you know, that's what the survival will do to you, you know? And I feel like in this game will definitely be good. I really, really do. I just, like, this game, I put so much effort into it. It's not complete yet. It's not complete yet. Yeah. I don't know what that was. But, yeah, the game isn't fully finished yet. There is a lot of it that you can play through, like, right now, but, basically, you know, you just, it's not finished. It's not finished. But it's getting there. It's getting there, though. Yeah. So, yeah, there won't be a Nether Dude 4, but there will be spin-offs after this game. And, yeah, so overall, I am excited to play this game for you guys. I mean, I've been excited every single time I've played a new game of mine for you guys. Because, you know, it's a game about me. You get to watch me play as me, kind of. And you get to see the work that I put into this, because, believe me, I put a lot of work into this. Like, you would not believe how much, like, how much time goes into this. It takes a lot of, like, typing and placing and storytelling. It's hard. And, you know, I feel like this will definitely pay off, and I hope you guys really do enjoy it when it's fully finished. And without that and Nether Dude 3. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, if you like this video and you would like to know more about Nether Dude 3 and you would like to ask me how the game is going, let me know in the comment section below, because I really, really do think that you guys are really going to like this game. Because I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I like this game. I like this game. This is probably the best Nether Dude game in the entire series, next to the second one. And, yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys later in the next one. Goodbye.